Well, howdy ho ho ho. Howdy, hey, hey, hey. What's going on in the market this morning? We getting ready to make it do what it do, or at least to see what it's gonna do, because it just might do. It's gonna do plenty. The market's gonna do what it's gonna do. The question is, are you going to partake of what it do? Are you going to partake of what it do? Trying to see what those words, these little bitty letters, what does this say? Hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is SPX 500 we're looking at, which so what lets us see what the market's actually doing in the morning. In the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is Arlissa. I am educator to trader. I'm here. I am an option sellers coach. A lot of people only talk about options buying, and options buying is a thing. Yes, but you know what? Option selling is also a thing. It's a thing also. So I coach sellers, those who are learning how to trade options as a seller. Hey Tanya and hey Tanya, how y'all doing? Yeah, we want to learn how to do it as a seller. What does selling include? Selling includes things like credit spreads, which is our main jam. Credit spreads is our main jam. It includes covered calls. It includes selling cash secure puts. It includes shorting. If you want to short the shares, this is all the stuff that sellers do. I like selling because it requires a little bit less watching, less monitoring. When you're a buyer, you got to be a lot more on it as far as entries and exits. You got to do a little more. When you're a seller, the price can just sit there. It can move a little bit as long as it doesn't pass your strike, but you can still have a life. Listen, I'm definitely not putting down buying because buying is a way for you to pull in some good proceeds. It can be. It can also be a way for you to lose them. But the same thing happens on selling. Both things can be said for sellers and buyers. Good morning, Michelle. Can be said for buyers and sellers. But I've chosen at this point to spend more time on the seller side. I'm not saying I'm 100% a seller, but I'm about 90% a seller. If some buying opportunities present themselves and nobody trying to like ignore what's available. But for the most part, I look primarily at selling. All right, looking at the VIX this morning. The VIX is at 13.29 in this morning, right? VIX 13.29. Lets us know there's a little bit of fear in the market, but not so much. 13 isn't really a bad place for there to be the VIX. Apple has stopped thinking different, it says. It's joined the AI herd. Apple has always been a market leader or a thought leader in this space of tech and those kind of things. And this person, whoever wrote this article, an AI powered ecosystem may revive Apple's growth story, but a daring electric vehicle never will. I was reading something today that talked about not really going to the electric, but jumping on to like hydrogen and other vehicles. And I think I read something about that a few months back that either South Korea or Japan, one of them, basically skipped the EV run and just went straight to hydrogen. It's an interesting piece of information. So, if you're interested in the vehicle space that does something more than gasoline, then you might want to do a little reading up on that. U.S. futures stalled after record-setting rally. Apollo Slock Fed won't cut rates in 2024. Oops, won't cut them at all. They said they was going to cut them 2 or 3 times, 4, 5 times. Now we're talking about not cutting at all. Dell jumps on the server sales fueled by excitement for AI. AI seems to be all the conversation. Abercrombie and Fitch, history beyond the ticker. Now, Abercrombie and Fitch is one I mentioned earlier in this week because I think it might have been Monday or Tuesday I mentioned it, probably Monday. I don't remember which day. Anyway, that the Abercrombie and Fitch has gotten a new, like May, they kind of got a new CEO and their stock started to move and move and move it. And it's been something to look at. So there's a little bit of information on the story if you wanted to check out what's going on there. Okay. That's what happened. That's what's being said on Yahoo Finance this morning. CNBC, Dow futures are down 0.08%. S&P futures are flat right now. NASDAQ futures have turned green. Elon Musk sues OpenAI and CEO Sam Altman over a contract breach. Elon Musk has filed a lawsuit against OpenAI and CEO Sam Altman, among others, accusing them of breaching a contractual agreement. I wonder what that's all about. Could also be just a way, a ploy to get negative press. Maybe there's something to it or nothing to it. We'll see. Remains to be seen. Yum CEO says consumers are growing more rational as rising costs cut dining budgets. Yeah, I mean, really, if you think about it, if you've been to any restaurant here recently, the prices have gone up for sure, but the quality of the food in most places has gone down. It's like there's an inverse response. Your prices have gone up, but your quality has not. They're using cheaper ingredients or wording, doing finely worded things on the menu. Like, I was talking about Red Lobster the other day, and the flounder used to have like a crab meat filling, and now they tell you that that the stuffed flounder is stuffed, and they don't really tell you, they don't lean in heavily on the crab meat stuffing. They just lean in that it's stuffing. Like, we're going to strategically leave off the word crab meat. I mean, it may still be there. I'm not saying it's not there, but I'm saying it used to be the focus of the stuffing, and it is no longer the focus of the stuffing. It's like, yeah, we used to talk a lot about the crab meat being the stuffing, and now it's just stuffing. Oh, looks like the market is open. Today we got the PMI this morning coming out at 9:45. ISM manufacturing PMI is coming in at 10 o'clock. Those are red folders. So we got some data coming up. Manufacturing prices, orange folder. Construction spending, University of Michigan inflation expectations. Waller is speaking at 10:15. Vehicle sales is all day. Bostic speaks at 10:15. FOMC. Few different FOMC people are speaking today. Fridays are Fridays. Yeah, Miss Barbara says, great morning. Happy Friday. It's definitely Friday. Tanya says, I've definitely been eating at home more often. Yeah, because for what you're going to pay for groceries, you might as well be sure that what you get is going to be what you want. And don't you dare ask somebody like a DoorDash, somebody to bring it to you. The prices to bring the food to you is crazy, especially if I live out a bit. And the people who come out to where, not that I ever ordered DoorDash, I looked like once or twice and then was like, okay, I'm good. I just need to spend my 10, 15 minutes and go on and get it. Yesterday, S&P closed at 50.96, just below, no, was that yesterday? It closed at 50, yeah, it closed at 50.96 yesterday. My brain had a lapse. Poop. So we had a plus 26 run yesterday on SPX. It started moving, and then it, that power hour definitely kept it going yesterday. Looks like it says S&P 500 right now. Come on, is at 5102.99. Definitely my systems have slowed down because once the market opened, my Thinkorswim kicked in. And let me see if I can go to Thinkorswim and maybe get to a chart quicker. When I'm going to carry two charting, Thinkorswim got to keep up. So it pulls a lot of data. And TradingView is trying to keep up, so it's pulling a lot of data. But I really kind of want TradingView to really pop back in because all of my goodies is on the TradingView chart. Come on in the room. Okay, let's switch over to something else while that decides it's going to do its thing. Okay, let's look at maybe, possibly, hello, something. All sisters stalled. We're just going to take a minute. Figure out what us doing. I think we may be on the stage with the earnings. Whew. Trying to get out of your crowd weekly. Yep, you can do that. Power. Put on your closing and then let it sit a minute, Janae. Power hour on SPX almost messed up my call credit spread. Yeah, that power hour, it kept it moving yesterday. And it kept right on moving. So once that happens, and once you get in power hour and the stock has picked the direction, you got to be mindful. Got to be mindful, okay? This is this morning, March the 1st, is this last candle we see here. Oh, no, y'all can't see this. My trading view came back through. Okay, who had earnings this morning? Plug, which is the EV space, Tidewater, Fubo, Atlantica had earnings this morning. Bio the 6. Yesterday aftermarket, though, we had Dale, Soundhound, Fisker. Soundhound had a big old drop in their earnings yesterday after they reported earnings. They had a bit of a drop yesterday. I'll come back to the SPX chart here in a minute. Good morning, Marcia. Let's look at Adam's numbers before we move forward. After last week's parabolic rally, we've spent this week basing in SPX, setting up the next move. I was looking for a rally yesterday, 50.64 to 50.98, and we hit 50.98 into the close. Keep holding your runners. Plan today. 50.83 and 78 are support. It says those have been tested, which will take us up to 51.03, 51.10 to 14, and then break out potentially from there. If 50.78 fails, then there's going to be a dip. We're currently at 51.01, so we have tapped over into 51.01 right now. That is currently where we are on the charts. Okay, let's see if I can add this back to the stage. Coming to the stage, SPX. This is SPX opening today. Opened up green. Mean green, going up to a resistance that's up here in the 51.08 area. 51.08 to 51.10. Somewhere in there, there's resistance up in here. Okay? Keep that in mind as you do your thing. Remember, we got a 15-minute chart. We look at breakout. If you're in my community, you may do your breakout, and you might want to make sure that you're watching that to see how it goes. We're 5 minutes into the open of the market. I'm interested in seeing what Soundhound actually is right now. Yep, you can come on back, Soundhound 6 and some change. Yepper. Okay. Oh, you know, I got another trade that is, I have Google, Googl, and it's been struggling to get back out of the gate. It's weird because Google don't seem like we want to move together. Why aren't we moving together? Aren't you the same stock? I mean, I know that Google have different shares, but I really want you to be the same people. I really want you to be the same people. You're not the same people. So, yeah, I have a credit spread. I think 142 actually is my put credit spread strike, and right now it is not where it need to be. We breach, so we got to see what we're gonna do today, whether that's to hedge it with an opposite opportunity, right? Put in a call credit spread, potentially maybe even at those same strikes, and get in and pull in some more monies to hedge, make it do what it do. Close it when the premium starts to fall a bit. Close it as best you can and recover what you can. You always want to practice risk management if you can do that, right? You always want to practice good risk management if you can. It's a little tougher on credit spreads because credit spreads can literally be at your strike or whatever and doing their thing, but can really be like gonna recover, and be in where you need it to be or very close. That's the difference between selling and buying. The time decay works for a seller. So if we can get to where you want to be in proximity at expiration, then you're in good standing. As a buyer, you don't want to hold till expiration because all the premiums are dried up by the time you get to expiration time. They just eating away all your stuff, and that's not what you want, not at all. On the screen, you should see all the trades that we suggested for this week. We have people in our community. I looked yesterday and our earnings for our earnings for our small account challenge, and we're up above about 1,400 so far. So we're going to close out prayerfully, going to close out this month strong and close out this small account challenge strong. I really believe the people who are in the challenge have gotten more experience and more confidence with trading credit spreads. When you do something, with guidance and coaching, you can see the benefit of a thing. Maybe you see it enough to decide it's not what you want, but then maybe you see it enough to say, yeah, this is something I can do long term. And I think I've really only heard I can do this longer term. I hadn't heard anybody say I've seen enough to know I don't want it. I haven't heard nobody said that to me. Not saying that people don't feel that way. They just haven't said that to me. But I know we did talk a little bit about the level of stress being less on you when you're doing things as a seller and you're not trying to do the zero DTEs per se. And those are benefits for sure. Those are benefits. Okay. Small account challenge is wrapping itself up, but then we're opening or we're getting ready now to move into, because in the midst of this always comes out when I do one thing, some place of additional education is highlighted. It lets me know that there's some place that we need some extra education or some extra learning. And what we need, as identified again, was we got people who really want to be able to trade credit spreads and want to be able to get in on it, but they don't really know enough about options yet. So let's drop back, punt for those people. For all who need it, we'll do the options 411 for newbies. It's a 3-day challenge that will lead into, I'm transparent about this. The 3-day challenge actually leads into a live coaching plan. Live, it's kind of a mixed media coaching plan. That helps you really get everything you need, the charting, the technical analysis, all the basics, and 3 solid strategies that you can use as a seller comes out of this 3-day challenge. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in getting in on, definitely make sure that you holler at us and get registered over at educatortotrader.com. Go ahead and get registered over there. Let's go back to the charts. This is Google I was looking at. Google don't want to play right. They don't want to play right. SPX, what's happening over there? Who's got a stock we need to look at this morning? If you got something that we need to look at, or closing out or whatever, then go ahead and let's talk about it. See what's going on. These are, see, this is, I feel like this is down here, but I need this to not be yellow down here because I can't hardly see that. Visibility, nope. Something is yellow, but that ain't it. Bollinger Band is yellow. Yeah, that's supposed to be yellow. Moving averages, that doesn't feel like that's it, but something down here. Oh, there we go. I see it now. I need this signal line to not be yellow. It is not easily seen. Is that it? Yes. And then I need it to be thicker. Yeah, because that yellow was getting lost in there. Yellow was getting lost. Okay, S&P seems like it has hit the line up here. It's hit its resistance area, which I told you there was resistance in this zone between up into 5,100. There's some resistance right there, that line I had on, and it hit that, pulled back a little bit. And that's what's going on there. Did we see anything in there? Affirm. Let's look at Affirm. Let's put it on the daily chart first. Lord have mercy, this morning. What do you have? What do you have, Tanya, on Affirm? I'm kind of hoping you have a call credit spread. But if put credit spread would work as long as it holds on to this support right here. 36.91. Let me see what I see on the option chain. Change this to single life. Got to put credit spread 35, 34.5. I'm thinking that's looking okay. But let me see what the 35 is on the street. Yeah, 35 at this point has a 92% probability out of the money. You should be able to start looking at closing it. Well, it's now the premiums may be going up because price is coming down towards it, but theta should also be starting to decay the premiums. So you should be able to look at closing it. I will tell y'all, like I always tell folk, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Let me change it. 34. Yeah, it's currently worth $2. Close it, Tanya. Whatever you took in, it's done at this point. Put in your $2 and be done with it. Or put in 0.01, because in a minute it's going to go to 0.01. I mean, soon enough it will go to 0.01. And yeah, you can go ahead. Let me see. Let me look at it a little bit different. 34.535. Okay, at this point it says it's still worth $2. Yeah. Put in that close order and be done with that. Put in the close order. I had an order to close all day yesterday. It didn't feel. Yeah, sometimes you know what I'll do sometimes though too, Tanya? If I have an order in and the price is near where I want it to be, I will do a cancel replace, but I'll leave the same price. So I'll do, like, let's say you had $2 yesterday and it didn't close and it just was sitting there. I would then do a cancel replace, leave the $2 and then submit it again. Somehow, some reason, I don't know how, maybe some orders sit long enough that they kind of get lost. Then I just submit it again and it pops it back up and it will go ahead and fill. That's the way I do that. Need to find out what these things here mean. Okay, anything else we got on here? Lisa, Lisa Henry, did you do any trading this week? What'd you do trades in? I think you asked about Pfizer the other day. Pfizer dropped on through the bottom of its little trend line, and it's in the middle of support right now. Support's at 26.55. Do you have a put credit spread or a call credit spread? Probably the put credit spread. That if you got it off that list I put out. Let me see if I can find the. Oh, I don't have to look here for it. I can look here. Looks like Pfizer, we had, did we have Pfizer even on this list? I don't even see it here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Pfizer, 26.27. BAC. Did you have these exact same strikes or did you have something else? Closed out Tesla, MGM, Amazon for profit yesterday, Mara for a loss because I held through earnings, lesson learned, and put credit spreads. Okay. Yeah, Mara didn't want to do its thing. Doesn't seem like it wants to do its thing. Let's see, BAC at 33 and Costco at 48. Let me go look over here. Let me switch off of here. BAC at 33. That one should still be good. You should be ready to close that Bank of America. If it's at 33, you should be able to close. You should be able to put a close order in on that. And Cisco, I think I said 48. Now Cisco's right at the line for you. So you either watch that one closely or you can decide to close it for a smaller loss, or you can let some more time pass during the day. Just keep your eye on it, right? To decide what is it that's going on there. You want to decide. We don't have to sit idly by and watch our trade go the wrong way. If it's doing what you want it to do, let me take it down to a less than a day. If it's starting to recover and do what you want it to do, because it's actually at support right now, it may just go through here and then come on back up. You make a determination as to what you want to do. All right, make a determination and then make it do what it do. All right. Coolly high. See what's going on this morning. Let's go back to SPX real quick. Not gonna stay on too long today. I got some things I need to accomplish, and you know what though? I realize that I am more of a mornings person. I get more things accomplished if I attack my tasks in the morning. If I wait till the afternoon, by the time afternoon, I'm just kind of, my attention deficit kicks in and my focus is off and all that stuff. So I have to try to be as productive as possible in the mornings. It's like SPX has hit this, let me do it at 15 minutes, has hit this resistance and it's decided it was going to come down from that. So this is this is our second candle. The first 15-minute candle is this one. Kind of doji. It's not sure which direction we want it to go. This is the 15-minute candle. And then now it's kind of coming down out of this resistance zone. Okay. If you're trading the breakthrough strategy or breakout strategy, when it breaks out of this when it breaks out of this this red zones, let me make it thicker so you can see what I'm talking about. When it breaks out of this red zone fully, when it closes outside of there, then you can go with that direction if you're trading 0 DTE. Okay, if you're trading 0 DTE. Yeah, Miss Barbara said same here. I've realized that I get a lot more done if I get it done in the morning. By the time I get to the afternoon, I'm flighty. I won't call it flighty because I'm never really flighty, but I'm not as focused. I'll put it that way. Got to speak life over my mind. I got to speak life over my mind. Okay, so that's what's going on with SPX here in the morning. Hasn't really done its thing just yet. Anybody trading Apple these days? I don't hear much talk about Apple. Anybody trading Apple these days? I think we focus on Amazon and NVIDIA, AMD. I think AMD made a good move yesterday. People were talking about that. What are you doing? Oh, that's not APL. That is not AAPL. It's like, why are you not filling in this chart? Who are these people? Okay, this is AMD. AMD had a nice little run. This was yesterday. This was yesterday right here. AMD started moving, and then it kept it moving. Yes, sir. Okay. All righty. We are wrapping up our small account challenge. Is our last day today. I want to make sure that we provide the help we need. So for those of you who are in the small account challenge, make sure that you're in that Telegram group, because if there's some guidance that's needed, I want to be sure that we can provide that. We can provide that to you. Be sure there. I sent an email out to the small account challenge peoples. If you didn't get that, then go ahead and check that out, because I sent an email out to you all yesterday evening, afternoon, because of Dale earnings, QCOM 2. Dale had earnings, QCOM. There's a lot happening. Seem to be a lot going on. This is Apple. I said Apple's kind of been, I won't call them languishing, but they really hadn't been making it do what it do. They've been on a bit of a downward ride. See their trend? We don't ignore the trends. They've been trending downward since, the end of January? Actually, before that. Because even from back here, as far as December, they've been on a downtrend, and then they got a little more steeper. Got a little steeper here. Apple's a solid company, and we definitely know they'll be around doing their thing. But you want to trade what you see. As I always say to my community, we trade what we see. Trade what you see. Okay. Please continue to focus on the fact that we are still focused on one or two strategies. I bring this up every single day, and the reason is because I want to continue to remind you not to try to do too much, right? We don't want to be the Janes and Jacks of all trades and master of none. We really it's better to have some than have none. I do get that, but we definitely want to make sure that we are focusing in on a profitable strategy that's going to continue to work for us over and over and over, right? We're not going to bounce around. Some of the bouncing is what causes loss in profitability, because if you had just stayed in one thing, it would have started to pay off for you in more repeat fashion. Tanya says a big M pattern on the weekly for Apple, which is bearish. Yeah, Apple's, we'll keep your eye on it. We're doing education. Make sure we're watching our fundamentals, right? We've got to start with the chart. If you're a person who needs to learn how to chart, there's a start with the chart webinar. It's a free webinar that I offer. It's you can go to startwiththechart.com, startwiththechart.com, and it will just walk you through some charting, candlesticks, indicators. It kind of walks you through what are all those things, right? So make sure I put it in here, with the chart.com. Again, it's a free webinar. Go in and check it out. Startwiththechart.com to get some basic charting things. It's a little bit more than basic, to be honest, but let's go with that, right? Startwiththechart.com if you're looking for fundamentals. And I got a video on my YouTube channel about trading with a trading plan. Speaking of which, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, all those good things, right? Everything that I talk about on here, I was mentioning the strategies. I was mentioning the strategies and all of these great things, and I've called them great trainings, are found on my website. Actually, we have the bundle. Where that went? We have a bundle, the option sellers bundle, that really includes everything that you're looking for all in one place. The option sellers bundle has everything all in one place. Let me see where I need to stop sharing here so that I can go grab the right screen. Come on, baby, 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 baby. Come on, baby, 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 baby. Nope, there we go. Okay, the option sellers course bundle is here. It includes all the stuff I teach, the options 411, short selling, if you want to go, because this is shares, cash secure puts, covered calls, credit spreads, how to do the 0 DTE on SPX and XSP, and the PDT hack is included in here. And then we have an intensive masterclass about SPX vertical credit spreads. All of that's included in the bundle. This one bundle covers everything I teach. You can get all the stuff. It's all in one place. It's all for one time. $497 is the cost of that bundle. And you can go to bit.ly/option sellers bundle. You can see it there. Once you scroll down, you can see there's so many good educator to trader website. There's so many goodies here. You don't want to miss out on the goodies. Basically, we got the options 411 3-day challenge going right now. Membership is right here. If you just want for SPX spreads for daily and weekly training, that's here as well. PDT hack, maybe all you need is the PDT hack. That's their vertical credit spreads training. The bundle here, the wheel, if you want the wheel strategy, selling puts and then doing covered calls and just running the wheel over and over, that's all here too. And this just continues and continues with all the goodness that Educator to Trader has to offer. Yes, feel free to go over there and avail yourself to the trainings, as they say. Avail yourself to the trainings. Okay, now let's go on back to... Okay, let's fix that. Start with the chart.com. I'm breaking it up into pieces. It sounds like it's raining outside. Sorry, y'all. It's like I heard the garbage man out there, but I also feel like I heard rain. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. All righty, let's do our declaration for today. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. That's a big one right there. We don't trade our emotions. We're level-headed traders who don't trade our emotions. Okay, our prayer, Lord, as you give us the power to get wealth, Deuteronomy 8:18. You teach our hands to war, 2 Samuel 22:35, with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. Right? In Jesus' name, amen. 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 Hello, Ace. Ace says I'm also a credit spreads trader. Yep, that's what we do is we trade credit spreads. We like credit spreads. Those are our bailiwick. That's where we pull in our profits and our premiums. That's our main jam is credit spreads. All right. All righty, you all. I'm gonna call it. Oh, tomorrow you just showed up. We can ready to close up. I'm finished up. I'm getting ready to move on. I got a list today, so I got stuff to do. I got stuff to do today. No meeting tomorrow morning. Actually, if you are a member of my community, I will have a member of my membership. I will have a meeting tomorrow morning. I'm actually still pondering the topic. But for the membership people, we do have our coaching on Saturday morning, and we will have that. We will definitely have that. Okay. Got to figure out what I got some ideas, but I haven't nailed it down just yet. But we will meet in the morning. The E2T membership will meet in the morning, 11 to 1-ish, with a topic about something or other. Okay. If you're not in the membership, then we'll have to see you in the Educator to Trader big chat. Or you have to see me on YouTube when I show up. Don't forget, I do Sundays, Sunday night lives on YouTube. I do that, and we will be there on Sunday at 5 o'clock live at 5 is where we'll be. All righty. 2 things we do in this community. We stay green and we get this money. I want you to have a great green day. All right. I'll talk to you later, and I will see you in the market. Have a good weekend, everybody.